So we are back with another episode of the Six Man Podcast. And for the first time in a long while, we're recording not in a Zoom recording, but in a actual studio. And as you can see here, is this episode is brought to you by Hobby Stadium, the sponsor of this of this episode. So we thank you, Hobby Stadium, for organizing this, for getting our guest, and to transition there. We have here a 15-year veteran in the PBA.
An old man.
Currently plays for Rain or Shine and an avid NBA collector. And one of the main reasons why I got so devoted to Gilas Pilipinas. Hey. We have Gabe Norwood. What's up, Gabe?
Honored. What's up, man? Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being here at Hobby Stadium and on the podcast.
Yeah, we love. I saw that you were there in the promotional materials for Hobby Stadium. You were there in the grand opening. What better way?
Awesome.
Which better person?
I mean, I like to think I'm okay. I'm an okay guy, so I'm happy to be here.
To start things off, Gabe, which part of Hobby Stadium caught your attention the most and why? When you first got here, like the very first visit, when you got invited by Sir Raymond or Boss Stephen, did you get the chance to eat in the venue as well or not?
Yeah, I got the full experience, the full tour. First time coming over. I think just the sheer size of the space kind of amazed me. I was expecting kind of like the setup in the front, but when I walked into the restaurant and being here in the VIP rooms, it's just an overall, basically an event space. Yeah, you can come in and grab a great meal. You can pick up things for the hobby, and then also come and kind of hang out and have a good time with friends. So it kind of checks all the boxes in terms of, making the most of your day.
Did you get a chance to eat when you got here before?
I have. I haven't gone past the appetizers. So the chicken poppers are high on my list, the Pippin chicken poppers. But overall, it's been cool. I've seen the cocktails roll out. I haven't been able to have a drink yet, though.
We should kick it right
I know, right? We can make that happen.
It's only 1 p.m., guys, but since this is a special day, I think we deserve a chance.
Right, it's happy hour somewhere.
Today it's happy hour here at the Hobby Stadium. So entering this PBA season, Gabe, we were already talking about this outside, but just a different perspective. What kind of role has Coach Yang entrusted upon you? You being a 15-year vet. I'm so sorry. I keep repeating that one, but
it is what it is.
It is.
You can't control it anymore. It is what it is. No, he's really just. First off, it's cool having him back. He was gone for some years. Coaching another team, but to have him back and kind of really get an opportunity to share with the young guys, the experiences that we've had in the past and the success that we've had together, myself, Bo, Joel Ponferrada that have played for him before, and just really trying to get everybody on the same page. It's not an easy process. We're going through some, bumps in the road right now, but overall, I think Coach Yang is confident in what we have as a team and what he has what he is as a coach.
With that one, Gabe, since it's a mix, what I like about Rain or Shine is that there's a really good mix of veterans and young guys. So when it comes to the young guys like Sean Ildefonso, Gian Mamuya, would you still consider Anton Asistio a young guy?
Yeah, he's young. He's young in the league, so he's on the list. Mike Nieto, we have Jonard Colorito. We have some young guys in terms of PBA experience, but overall, a lot of winners that have won at the collegiate level, at the juniors level, and hopefully we can help them win here at the pro level as well.
Is there? I think for a question from a fan, like from a fan perspective, like what most people would ask, like, are veterans assigned a young guy, or is it just in general? Like you're supposed to help everybody equally, or is there like Gabe, focus on Sean? That's your guy for this year, rather. Is there something like that?
I think it happens a little more naturally. Maybe not necessarily like assigned kind of rookies and assigned vets, but naturally personalities, roles on a team, kind of expectations. Whether Gian is probably one of the most naturally instinctful defenders that I've been around in a long time.
All-star, right?
Yeah, all-star. No fluke on that. He went out and got the job done, and he's been a really big asset to our team. But overall, I think, like I said, there's some guys where you just draw personalities and you're able to share openly, advice, experiences, and things like that. And I like to think I'm able to do that with a lot of guys just off of my personality and how I am. But at the same time, there are some guys who who kind of fall in a little bit closer, just off of just natural talent and what are expected of us.
Speaking of young guys, I think the only similarity that I have with Gabe, aside from our love with basketball, is our love for NBA trading cards.
This
And
is very true.
What was once thought as a hobby for, I think mostly for kids. Like there's a stigma.
Yeah.
So mostly for kids, or just it's an underground thing that's not well known, right? Like how it is right now. With that, did you enter the NBA card scene during the pandemic? Like as I did, I entered during 2020 since we didn't have much else to do. My cousin just told me about it.
Yeah.
So is it the same story for you, or you entered way before?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I got into cards when I was younger. You know, get your little allowance or your money for doing chores around the house. And growing up on the East Coast, we were in Maryland. I think I was living in Maryland at the time, and there was a hobby shop in walking distance from our house. So my brother and I remember we'd, have a couple of dollars. We'd walk over after we went to the park or something and go and try to buy a pack of cards and see if we got lucky. So that was mid-90s for me. Took a long break, I think, like a lot of people, and really got reintroduced to the hobby through my kids. It was something that we were able to share during the pandemic, my 3 sons, and it was a fun time to introduce them not just to the game of basketball, but to the hobby and kind of the different products that are out there and just kind of enjoying it that way.
Did you remember what kind of packs you used to buy as a kid? Is it
Oh,
mostly
man.
NBA or?
Definitely, well, NBA and NFL. I used to Fleer Ultra. Man, Topps Chrome was kind of high, so I just go, basic Topps. Upper Deck, I remember I loved the UD3 product. That was probably my biggest hit. I don't know if that's a question coming later, but definitely my greatest memory as a kid was pulling the UD3 Penny Hardaway auto, the season ticket auto.
Okay.
I vividly remember pulling it. Got the pack in the store. I think we were walking back home from the shop and got halfway home. I saw we hit the season ticket Penny Hardaway auto.
Rookie?
No, it was the second year.
Oh,
I
second
think
year.
Second or third year.
Okay.
And we walked right back and got the screw down case, put it in one of those big screw down
The
cases.
old,
Yeah, the
bags
old,
that they used
yeah,
to before, like
the crusty, we found the
Need a
card recently,
screwdriver.
all bad, but definitely the biggest hit of my youth, that Penny Hardaway UD3 season ticket.
Do you still have them?
I think my brother sold it.
Oh,
I think he did. I don't even know if we ended up getting it graded, but yeah, I mean, hopefully it found a happy home.
do you remember? Do you know what the value is of the UD3 now? Have you
Man.
just one day checked it out? Like how much?
I'm not gonna lie. I think I didn't want to know the comps because I knew the
You're gonna
card
feel
was
bad.
gone. Yeah, but maybe we have a little flyer right here that goes right there. The value.
we're
of the
gonna have
card
it on
was. A
screen.
little
We're-
edit.
And then we're gonna show Gabe the price of the Penny Hardaway after
Yeah.
the post process. So you guys will see it here,
man.
and then Gabe will. I just find out like Gabe, this is what's the value of the Penny Hardaway.
Yeah,
that you
then
pulled.
we get the reaction shot later.
So Gabe, for everybody watching, Gabe has an Instagram account for his
Yeah.
cars, G5 Cars, right?
Yeah, G5 cards.
So with
G5
that, if you
cards.
check out his G5 Cards account, it's stated there on the bio that he collects the following people: Allen Iverson,
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey, Cam Reddish, and of course John Morant. So
Ja.
how did it lead to those players, Gabe? Why those players when it comes to personally collecting, or as we say it, why did you choose to PC those players?
Yeah, Iverson was easy PC for me just because that's where I started, really. Right around 96 was when I got into cards, and AI was my guy. I grew up on the East Coast in Maryland, Virginia, those areas, and it was all AI. It was Bubba Chuck all day. So to get back into the hobby, I thought that was the best place to start. And then outside of that, for me, I thought Ja was the closest thing we had to a modern day AI. Out of that rookie class with Zion and, Tyler Hero and those guys, I was drawn to Ja. I think he matched the city of Memphis perfectly, personality and everything. So, yeah, he was high on my list. Maxey, I just think,
He just blew up, right?
Yeah,
You didn't
but-
expect Maxey to play like this in his third year.
yeah, third year, but plays both ends of the court.
Yeah.
A guy who's not afraid to go out and compete on every night and that was probably why he made my list. And then Cam Reddish, for those who know, I'm not a huge Duke basketball fan, but Cam Reddish had a high school, or actually a friend of mine from college who helped coach him in prep school. So he was on my radar for a while. So that was one that I kind of took a shot at, and he's got a good opportunity in Portland now. He's made some moves, but hopefully he's found a home in Portland.
I actually got him in my fantasy team, like
Nice.
hoping for a flyer.
Yeah.
Hopefully, not hopefully. He's doing well so far. I'm not dropping him yet. So Cam Reddish, please.
Continue.
We need to win our fantasy. Do you join fantasy?
I'm
leagues,
in
Gabe?
one too many leagues, to be honest.
many leagues.
And I think it all caught up to me this year. I think I missed the playoffs in about half of them, so I got to get my stuff together.
Was it like 8? How many leagues?
Yeah,
did you-
right around 8. I think 8 leagues.
What fantasy league are you most serious about? Like out of all those leagues, is it the one with the most money for sure? Like the one with the biggest spot?
Nah, I actually think it's just the ones with like the closest group of friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then we have one internally, myself, my wife, and my 2 oldest kids. So that's one high on the priority list as well. We got to have bragging rights around the house.
It's also good that Lay is into basketball. Like she found
Yeah.
like she knows fantasy basketball.
Yeah,
She has
yeah.
a basic understanding, or you would say it's she has a really good understanding.
No, she definitely got her introduction. Just recently this year, she started doing fantasy football, American football.
It's harder. Like I tried.
Yeah,
it
it's
early.
pretty hard. It's pretty hard, but she wanted to try her luck at basketball, so I got her into one of the leagues that I'm in, and as well as having our own little league at home. So she's full on in fantasy sports.
It's good. I gotta get my fiance up into that.
Yeah,
one.
that's all it takes.
So Gabe, just very unfiltered here. What do you think of the John Moran situation? If you were a veteran of the Memphis Grizzlies, you were there, and you have a young guy like him, what's the best way to like?
I mean,
approach it?
I feel like it's a different time. Is with social media and how quick things can be put up, and you can put yourself in a bad situation. Whether I'm sure he wasn't thinking, let me go, get myself in trouble when he made that decision, or the many, supposed decisions that have been made. But as a vet, I mean, all you can do now is just be there for him. Hope that he's truly remorseful and he gets his another opportunity, whether it's in a couple games or, I'm reading things that it might be an extended amount of time. So, he'll have a second chance. It's clear that, the league is behind him in a sense that they haven't given up. They haven't just kind of thrown him away or anything like that. And I think he means so much to his team, to the city of Memphis that, hopefully he comes back and he's back on track.
For our cards as well. I mean, we have a lot of John Moran collectors.
This is true. This is true.
That's a call for help. Please.
Nah,
I have a
it's
lot
all good.
invested in you.
No problem.
So actually, Gabe, since you collect like 4 players, I said 4 players.
Right around, yeah.
4
for the
players,
most
right?
part.
What is your most valuable card? Like out of all those guys, which is your most expensive, most valuable
Most valuable card.
card that you own, that you have no plans of selling?
I mean, I think I haven't gone like full high end yet in terms of, I don't hold any like national treasures or anything like flawless. I think I got a redemption like Cam Reddish, like flawless, and then not a great value right now. Hopefully it will be in the future. But for me, it's probably be a level 3 Court Kings jaw. Like I think I got a PSA 10 on.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got a 10 on it. And also I love the Court Kings product. It's one of my favorite products. Not
Blank
the
slate?
biggest.
Do you love blank slate? Is that your favorite case?
Yeah, I still haven't picked up a blank slate. I need to make a move into one of those. But that's probably be my highest valued and graded card at the
Court
moment.
Kings jaw
Level 3. Yeah, level 3.
Is it graded? PSA.
I think I got a 10 on it. I got to double check. I'm pretty sure I have a 10 on it.
When's your birthday, Gabe?
February 9th.
Oh, it's already done. I was just gonna say like.
Anybody want to send out some birthday gifts? I'm accepting all birthday gifts until the end of the year.
It doesn't have to be confined in February. You guys
Not
can
at
say
all.
it right after this podcast.
Whatever you feel in your heart, just go ahead and make that happen.
Mostly a blank slate, John Moran. You guys should check out. We're gonna post it on this video we're gonna post on the podcast to
Yeah.
see the value of a John Moran blank slate rookie, even more so. It's the reason why it's a wish list from Gabe here. So for those who are just beginning to collect NBA cards, because you know, Gabe, like 2020 was the peak.
Yeah.
21, 22, well, 21, the absolute peak where it's really impossible or it's really hard to even buy mega boxes.
Yeah.
Mega boxes are just like 60 cards, guys. It's not. There's no guarantee autograph or anything.
Yeah.
So the prices now have a bit dwindled.
Yeah.
It became more normalized in a
Yeah.
way. It's
A little bit
easier to
more
get into the
affordable.
hobby, but some people already left. So
Yeah.
for for those who are just beginning to collect NBA cards, what are your advice? Being there for like years already, what do you say?
Man.
Like 3 years, good 3 to 4 years of really sticking into the hobby.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's really first ask questions. You know, getting to meet guys like you, Nico, like Juancho, like just a group, like a whole bunch of people in terms of the community that really help point you in the right direction. Whether it's simply places like Hobby Stadium or breaks or any way of that. Just ask a lot of questions. For me, also, I think I got a little bit too excited of the breaks. Yeah, like I was just, rather than just jumping out and really locking in on a PC, really understanding who you like, what products you like. There's so much information in terms of the internet to find out more, details in terms of if it's artwork or quality control and things like that on what products you like. But yeah, just definitely do your research, lock in on a player or even a team, and kind of go from there.
You mentioned breaks.
Yeah.
So with card breaking, with that one, any advice there for people who wants to join the breaks? What should they expect from the break? Is it guaranteed cards? Are the hits guaranteed, Gabe?
For me, I think it comes down to product too. Product, and then also, like, it took me a long time to think, like, man, do I really want to buy my team? Like, do I want to pick like a PYT, or do I want to random and just like hit the good cards of players I don't really care for, and then move into, you know what I mean?
It's a preference.
So there's definitely different strategies and things like that. Certain breaks run differently to where if you can trade your team, sometimes you can, or, sell your team and make moves. So there's so many different strategic ways of going about it. For me, I like randoms just because I feel like the box is random already. So I'll take a random team and just kind of go from there. But yeah, it doesn't always work out well for me.
I would say,
it is what it is.
Gabe would message me whenever we would join my breaks. So I have our own card group. It's called Manila Boxers, where we do breaks, card breaks for those who don't want to buy their own boxes.
Yeah.
And that's the place to go. That's the right, not the right, but more of just another avenue for you to get a chance to open the box without spending too much. Because, for example, let's use an example like a Prism Hobby. A Prism Hobby box costs 49,000 pesos, but with a group break where there are 30 teams, you divide that price into 30. It's much easier, right? And then you get to pick the team that you want and the player that you could possibly
right.
But the chance for the hits are not guaranteed. So that's
Not
the
at
risk
all.
you gotta play for. But that's what makes it fun.
For sure, that definitely adds the fun to it, and you have to have a high risk kind of tolerance to jump in at times.
And just to build on what Gabe said, he mentioned that, of course, he has PCs here for those people that are looking for some of the players that they want. Hobby Stadium offers PCs, singles, at the front of at the inside the store, the front part. You can also buy boxes here. So there's a lot of options for collectors. So check out Hobby Stadium here at Doña Hemady corner in the Jofanni. Is that the right? Jofanni building, 3rd floor. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. But Jofanni building, Doña Hemady corner, above Ursao. I think that's the name of the restaurant. So with that one, Gabe, going back, what is your biggest mistake or regret in the card collecting hobby?
Man, biggest regret. Probably, I think, getting too far ahead of myself, just in terms of breaks and not knowing the product. Not breaks in the sense of breaks themselves, but really breaks in the sense of not knowing the products yet.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? Like just jumping into, whether it was a blaster case break rather than one hobby box break. You know what I mean? Just understanding what were the possibilities, kind of just jumping in blindly rather than actually knowing the products. I think, so maybe not, to rephrase it, not the breaks per se, but just knowing the products that were being put out, the schedule of when products would release, kind of maximizing the resources out there, the websites that basically tell you, okay, you have 2 months to wait until Prism drops, or do you want to go all in on hoops and, you know what I mean, things like that. So just really understanding the products that were available in terms of an investment, in terms of a player. I had a little stash of Romeo Langford going.
Up until now.
No, I stopped. I stopped.
Langford.
Yeah,
there was a time.
There was a time where
Boston.
I was happy to get Boston and breaks. They were usually a little bit cheaper at the time.
It is one of the cheapest teams.
Because I think Langford's also Jazier, right? I think So definitely my little stash of Romeo Langford could have went to a different investment, but hopefully he's doing well in San Antonio. He gets healthy.
I was gonna ask. Romeo Langford.
He was on. I think he's still on the roster right now in San Antonio. I think he might have got hurt again. Had some injury problems, but we'll see how it goes for him.
It's been a story, huh? Ever since he got drafted, there's always like a minor injury or an injury that just manages to bring him down.
Yeah, so we'll see if it turns around. I'm still holding.
Why Romeo Langford again? I never got to ask you.
I was just
why you wanted to.
At the time, I think I was stuck on that rookie class because just the timing of when I got into the hobby, and kind of a couple of times where I joined Team Randoms and I hit Boston a couple of times. Naturally, I think I got like a optic, like some parallel, and I was like, okay, might as well just see if I can build off of this, and the building got kind of carried away. Just a little bit.
We all have that. I think, imagine if you invested in Jordan Poole. Before it was Eric Pascal. So guys, back then when we all started in 2020, the peak, Eric Pascal was considered the right rookie. And we would say like, just Jordan Poole.
Yep. That was the next, he was the next Draymond and everything. Yeah, it didn't work out that way either.
I wish I collected Jordan Poole. So congratulations to all those collectors who chose to get this rookie card.
Right.
So there are a lot of card influencers right now, Gabe. I mean, we all know about that. I'm not sure if you watch a lot, but on YouTube, is there any creator that you follow for anything card related or?
I mean, I got to know early on in the hobby the team from Slab Stocks, Aaron and some of those guys, just through DMs, things like that. Yeah, and awesome. Just in terms of advice, like I was saying earlier, just asking questions. A lot of the people in the hobby, whether they're here or abroad, are really just looking to onboard people into the space. So hit them up early in the hobby and got to just kind of shoot questions back and forth. I know they launched their own platform that kind of goes back and forth with values and comps and things like that. But probably the team from Slab Stocks and just little stuff, Dynasty Mode, EJ from Dynasty Mode, he's Filipino also from the States. Got to meet up with him at the Burbank show in California when I was out there. And the team from Burbank Cards, I got to meet them. And that was a pretty cool experience. They're super welcoming, just pulled up to the shop and they showed us around, took a little tour, and then was also able to go over to the show a couple weeks later.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. You posted it on, I think, was it in your personal Instagram?
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been both. It might have been both.
And the owner was always there, right?
Yeah, always there. Super helpful with my kids. They got to go around and do a little shopping as well. So it was a cool experience.
That's what we hope to. I mean, like, it's not the same business model for sure when it comes to Hobby Stadium, but it's a kind of hobby shop that people want it like they want it to be memorable. There's a place that you could always come back to. So hopefully Hobby Stadium becomes that place here in Doña Hemady.
For sure.
There's a lot of things here, from the signed jersey, signed autograph.
The wall itself, all the way around.
I'm not sure if it's seen on the camera, but this is a Michael Jordan signed jersey, and it's 600,000 pesos right there. So I'm kind of got scared after I touched it. Like, ooh.
They didn't lower the value just by touching it. No, but the memorabilia in here is amazing. And it's not just basketball you see here. There's golf, there's football, there's boxing. Like I was just looking at the case of
Pacquiao.
the Pacquiao gloves, but also the Thrilla in Manila. My oldest son is named Cassius, you know, Cassius Clay and everything.
Ooh,
So it's pretty cool to see all the memorabilia from the fight. It's pretty cool.
And just to add, like this VIP room, you can rent it as well. They have really good rates. I think it's 5,000 pesos consumable. That also includes food. So it's a really great deal. And if you guys have any reservations or any private gatherings, this is the place to be. It makes the stuff outside more interesting. Your stay here.
Sure. And there's karaoke from what I heard. I don't know if it's this room or the other one has a KTV setup, right?
Is there a KTV setup? I think there should be a KTV setup.
I don't know if you can quote me on that. I think so.
Mike's here.
Yeah, I think it's. I know it's one of the rooms. I remember Steven was telling me.
And it's soundproof, so you can sing your hearts out whenever you can.
With no judgment.
No judgment. So you mentioned your 3 kids a while ago, Gabe, Cash, Orion, and Idris.
Izzy, yep.
Are they into card collecting as well right now? Like, is there any specific sport that they're focusing on?
They are 100% in the hobby. They'll probably get mad when I get home from here if I don't bring them back something. But when we started collecting again during the pandemic, I let each of them pick a rookie, not Ja or Zion. At the time, their prices were too high. So Cash picked Tyler Hero, and Orion picked Cam Johnson, which was, if you ever meet my middle son, he is known for some off-the-wall picks.
Off the wall.
Yeah, his favorite player for a while was Bismack Biyombo.
Really
He's had some really random picks, but Cam Johnson. So my oldest 2 got to pick those 2, and then my youngest Izzy's favorite player is Damian Lillard. So
that's a good one.
Yeah, he's picked up some not rookie cards, but later on in his career, some nice looking cards for him.
What if your youngest told you, like, Dad, can you get me a 2012 Prism hobby, please?
He's gonna have to start working. I think we gotta figure out a payment plan for that.
Coach Chang, sign me up for 10 more years.
Right.
I gotta get the Prism hobby.
Might have to advance everything.
So with that one, outside NBA cards, are there other things that you collect? Or if not, given unlimited budget, what will be the first thing you splurge on here in Hobby Stadium?
First thing in Hobby Stadium.
Yeah. Unlimited budget.
Unlimited budget.
First thing you see, what do you want to...
I can't lie, the Penny Hardaway pinstripe jersey out there, just for like childhood nostalgia. The Iverson jersey, obviously, but there's something about the black old school Magic pinstripe jersey that I was always a fan of. And Penny Hardaway, I think I came in with a Penny Hardaway shirt.
Yeah, the face.
But Penny was high on my list of favorite players. So that'd be high on my list. And then also probably the Michael Jordan, was that the yearbook that's out there? There's like I don't know if it's a college yearbook or something. There's a lot of Michael Jordan memorabilia out there that probably will age very well, no matter what you're doing in the hobby.
That there was a Kobe 1-of-1, like a signed letter.
Yeah.
After he won his first championship. It's also a story in itself.
Right.
Just that letter.
For sure. And like I said, the Thrilla Manila, that whole case would be probably in my living room somewhere. If it was up to me.
It's going to be gone right after this.
I know, right?
He's going to close the lights. Where's our collection? Gabe left already.
Yeah, you got to chase me down for that one.
So... We're gonna do like the fast break questions.
Cool.
This is just to cap off our interview. It's gonna be fun, and I know it's gonna be fun. It's just 9 questions. So fast break means you gotta think of a
quick response.
Quick response. No 10-second.
Okay.
Except for some question, I would tell you like please explain why. So first one is easy: Prism, Select, or Optic.
Optic.
Why Optic out of?
It has an old school vibe for me. It looks like old Tops, and it kind of has that vibe for me.
Well, yeah, actually, if you think about it. So, guys, Prism, Select, and Optic are different kinds of boxes that you can collect with the NBA and... Is it NFL? No, not NFL. Even NFL. Yeah. So, there are multiple sports that have Prism, Select, and Optic. So, you can always check that out. Some are... I think they're selling all here in hobby stadiums. You can check that out. We don't I think it's more of retail products here. There's a few hobby boxes with Prism still left here, so you can always come check it out here. Really accommodating people and staff. Next one, signed Kobe jersey, Michael Jordan or LeBron James.
Got to go MJ. He's my GOAT. He's my GOAT. So I'll go MJ.
PSA or BGS?
Ooh. I'll go PSA. I'll go PSA. For no particular reason.
Just to explain to everybody who's just watching this is very new to the hobby, PSA and BGS are the two card grading services.
Yeah.
That's based in the US, so that's where you send your cards to get graded in order to have a higher value. So if it reaches a gem mint 10 for PSA, it's higher than a card with no value. I mean, with no slab.
Right.
It basically gets graded.
It would be cool if PSA had colored like 10
What was the name
labels.
of that? There was a service that Rico...
Oh, HGA.
HGA.
Yeah, I have...
the custom ones.
Yeah, I had Allen Iverson Aurora, Court Kings Aurora, done by HGA. It was pretty cool.
Did you make like a custom slab?
Yeah, I had a custom slab that matched like the whole Aurora artwork. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's on my Instagram, G5 Cards, if you want to check it out.
There you go. G5 cards. You gotta insert that every time. Since this is a hobby-centric podcast episode anyway.
Yeah.
So next one, National Treasures or Immaculate?
Ooh. I'll go National Treasures.
Why NT over Immaculate?
It's just higher on my want list, I think. I think that's... Yeah, National Treasures. Just personal opinion.
Personal opinion.
Yeah.
And the logo, man. Like
Right?
The way their logo, man, is... it just pops off more than the
Yeah,
one in
I
Immaculate.
agree.
Which PBA player you think will be the next face of the league?
Ooh.
Because right now it's Scotty, right?
Right now it's Scotty.
Who you think could be the future?
Man, the next face of the league. So that
kinda
means
hard.
he's not... I'll think of somebody who's not in the league yet.
You can do that. Why not?
Man, I don't know if he'll make his way here at what point, but maybe Carl Tamayo.
If ever.
If he plays one season, he could probably get it going. Carl
could be
Tamayo.
the next face of the league.
If it happens, if he
Yeah,
makes
if he
his way
decide-
over
yeah.
at some point,
That's his
hopefully.
opinion.
Yeah, I'll go with maybe Carl.
All right. That was a good one. Best moment with Gilas. Many years.
Ooh, man,
Could be a
best
specific
moment.
Practice, specific game.
Definitely. I mean, everybody will say the dunk, the Scola experience.
I would say.
But for me, it was 2013. Before all that, just when we qualified, when we beat Korea, to do it in MOA, do it at home, have my family in the stands, my wife and my kids, a lot of my counterparts, coaches, other players, seeing grown men cry off of our achievement. Probably that 2013 qualifier to get us into the World Cup in 2014.
Just to add on that one, my personal experience, I was in a wedding during
Wow.
that moment, and I could tell you half of the guys in that wedding were on their phones, not paying attention to what's happening. We were already in the reception. So you can just imagine as a couple, like, why are these guys on their phone? And everybody was cheering or like, oh.
Yeah.
Especially when the Pingris put back.
the
I think that
putback.
was when we started to realize that, oh my God, we actually made it.
Yeah, it was deafening. Like it was one of those where it was so loud, it was silent for a player. Like you could hear nothing. It was an awesome experience and one of those that will forever be, high on my list.
Because it's been years since we last made the World Cup. Prior to that one.
Yeah, probably. I think it was 40 plus years since the last time we had qualified.
And what's great is we're hosting that one. So
Yeah.
just a minor plug. It's just the World Cup.
Yeah, upcoming.
We're going to be hosting that one.
A few months away. It should
I
be
would
good.
have loved to see you there, but of course.
I think I kind of got phased out a little bit.
you did your time.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was about a decade's worth of work with Gilas, with the program. So I'm happy to see where it's going and excited for the World Cup.
Just a question, from a personal question, does Coach Shot still ask you guys if you guys can help out in practice, or there's a boundary, for example, so since they're already done, he doesn't reach out as much to the past players, or
it's definitely welcoming. I've reached out multiple times in terms of just knowing the schedule. It's hard now having 3 kids and it's pretty busy. Especially it's tough. I know the situation. Getting guys together, whether it's the PBA guys coming over from Japan and Korea as well, and I think they only get maybe 1 or 2 nights a week in terms of practice. So their time is limited and needs to be focused. So me personally, I try to keep my distance unless I, reach out personally to be out there.
Sorry, for when it comes to the national team, which is the one that gets people like misunderstood, what they don't understand?
Probably the sacrifice. At the end of the day, a lot of people think, oh, you get to play basketball. Completely true. There's people who are going off fighting wars. There's, you know what I mean? Like, we're not that type of sacrifice, right? But at the same time, a lot of us, especially for myself, are, active fathers and husbands, and the preparation is pretty intense. It's mentally grueling, not just physically. Before the last World Cup in 2014, we were gone for 2.5 months straight, like legit not in the country for 2.5 months straight, now away from our family, away from our kids, practicing 3 times a day in preparations for, 5 or 6 games. So I think it's just the more the mental than the physical sacrifice, the toll that it can take on your body, but also on your mind.
Love the answer.
Yeah.
Which player in the PBA do you think will enjoy the collectibles here? Any other?
Oh man, there's a lot.
Hobbyists out there that we don't know of, because you're the one most. Like, I've known Gabe because of cards. And not the first. I've met him multiple times already in person, but yeah, that's how I met him, through cards.
Yeah, I think you got guys. I know Rome De La Rosa. Rome is into the hobby. I believe Poi Aram is in the hobby. Jumar had his little run. Also, I think he was doing some box breaks, personal breaks. I think he was doing on YouTube. Trying to get Chris Newsom in. I think he's on the inside or the outside looking in. But definitely there's a lot of interest. Jared Dillinger was here recently. He's a good friend of mine who's looking to get into the hobby. I don't know if he's looking in from the sports side or the Pokemon, more that side of things. But there's so many options here. Not just cards, memorabilia, like we were saying, toys that were out there as well. So it's pretty cool.
And Paul Lee, I remember watching.
Yeah, Paul. Sorry, Paul.
Yeah. Opening some packs.
Yeah,
like
Paul.
Even boxes.
That is true.
Did you guys bring some boxes in the PBA bubble?
Yeah, we did. Actually, Ryan Reyes was also in.
Ryan Reyes is another one.
Another one. So I think I got a couple of teammates to join breaks during the first bubble. I think I had a teammate who hit like an Anthony Davis stained glass and like a mosaic break. I was like, bro, this is your first break and you hit a stained glass. But figures he would. He's a lucky guy. But yeah, there's a lot of interest, whether it be the PBA or other sports here in the country.
All right, next one. At your prime, which coach would you play for? Coach Tab or Coach Chot, and why?
Ooh.
At your prime. Like, let's say like.
The crazy thing is, I think they both got me in my prime. I played for both in my prime, because if you look back, naturally a lot of people remember me with Chot in the run that we had to the World Cup.
Of course, it's the one in
but then
it was Chot.
The year after with Tab, we were out in China and lost in the finals with a team that a lot of people didn't expect us to do well. We ended up beating Japan, we beat Iran, and then lost it. Yeah,
is that the game where they were trash talking the hotel? Is that true? Like, there was a bit of.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, internationally, I feel like every game there's a good bit of trash talk, but that team, for me, just in terms of expectations, when you looked at it on paper, a lot of people didn't think we were gonna perform that well, and Tab got us together and on the right page, and we made it to the finals and playing China, and China is tough. There are some outside factors that came into play on that one.
We all agree.
Yeah,
we all agree here.
Our bus not being charged all of a sudden, and then our net breaking during warm-ups to where we didn't get a full warm-up in. But it is what it is. So I think, to answer your question, it's hard to say, because I think they both had me in my prime in terms of my Gila stints. So I didn't answer your question at all. I've been known to do that.
It's
just fill the air with compliments and then not really answer.
50-50. And lastly, if you will take one item here at Hobby Stadium for free, what would it be?
Man, that Prism Hobby.
2012?
The 2012 Prism Hobby.
We still have the 2012 Prism Hobby here, sir.
We were just talking about that off the air. Yeah. Dang. Anything?
Yeah, anything. I would use that. Just one thing. As their token.
Like there's a case count, like that Jordan case out there with all the.
Did you say Jordan case?
No, just the actual display, the display case.
Okay.
Man,
Like a Fleer case. Like
I know, right?
Fleer?
I don't know. I was looking at the 96, 97 Tox Chrome packs. And,
Kobe.
Yeah. Just running the risk, though. Those are scary things to open at the same time. They had the Skybox next door, too. The Skybox. I think, was that 97, 98?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
There's a lot of good things, too.
Yeah, a lot of options. Hard to pick one.
Everybody, that's Gabe Norwood. Gabe.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And again, thank you to Hobby Stadium for hosting us here for the VIP rooms. These are all rentable. The place is rentable for the VIP. I think the area can be also rented depending on the price. It depends on how many you're bringing. And they also have a restaurant bar here where you can enjoy, kick it. They also have events for sporting events. For example, there's a UFC fight that just finished. I think they hosted people here in the venue. So you guys are always can always come free. Are always free to come by and swing by. There's parking in the basement. There's parking on the side. Yeah. It's a really easy place.
Yeah.
To visit. It's not hard. So again, thank you to Hobby Stadium. Thank you. See you guys next time. The 6 Man Podcast. This is Nico and Gabe Norwood is our guest. We'll see you all next time. Peace.